Okay, well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dana Hartley with FranNet, and I want to welcome everyone to another in our series of the hot and upcoming new franchises that we at FranNet really think are some pretty special franchises. So today, Lori and I are going to introduce you to one of, again, the newest franchises. This webinar will last no more than 20 minutes, and it's really designed to kind of give you a sneak peek of a new concept. And I think you're going to find this one very appealing and very different. So I'll give you a brief overview why our clients like this franchise, and then Lori, our franchisor, will give her presentation. And if you have any questions, what we're going to do is we're not going to take questions afterwards, but you can email me, and you'll also be receiving the presentation since you were signed up for this webinar. So you will get some info that you can contact us or your local consultant. So just moving forward, so this is a lawn and garden franchise that sells happiness. And let's face it, who among us doesn't absolutely love something having to do with the garden, especially as we sit here in spring. And it's just, I think, things like flowers just bring everybody happiness. But why do our clients like this concept? Well, really the number one and the biggest thing is it's semi-absentee, which means you get to keep your day job, and what you're really doing is you're managing a manager. So that is really a huge thing. Also, this is a seasonal concept, and when you start to hear when Lori gives her presentation, you're going to see how really unusual this is because of the fact of its seasonality. Also, what's nice, depending especially on where you live in the United States, there's no long-term leases and no build-out, so you don't have to worry about, brick and mortar, finding a location, because sometimes that can be a very daunting task when you're looking at franchises. But you do not need to worry about that, a brick and mortar or anything like that with this concept. There's no national franchise competitors, and it's a partnership with, the superior and specialized greenhouses that don't partner with big box stores. So that's just kind of a brief overview. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn this over to Lori and let her give her presentation. And thank you for joining us, Lori.
Well, thank you, Dana, and thank you, FranNet, for allowing Flower Tint to be a part of your presentation today. And thank you to each of you that have joined the call. I'm really happy to be a part of this presentation. And my name is Lori Meyerson. I am with Flower Tint, and we're really proud to be a business that allows not only our customers, but all of our franchise partners the ability to discover happiness in a business. I'm going to do a pretty brief overview on Flower Tint, and as Dana mentioned, if anybody has any questions, at the end of the presentation you'll have my information, and it would be an absolute pleasure to connect with you after the call today and get into more details about the Flower Tint opportunity. But Flower Tint really blossomed and bloomed and began by Tommy and Cilio. We were founded in 1992. Our founder and CEO has a big background, a successful background in entrepreneurship, owning restaurants, and also owning one of the largest greenhouses that has really ever existed, and that greenhouse is known as Bonnie Plants. They're the #1 supplier to the big box retailers that most of us know, like Home Depot, Lowe's, Target, etc. So Bonnie Plants bought out his greenhouse, and back in 1992, Tom started Flower Tint, and really he'll tell you very humbly that he was able to find a way and to enjoy nature, to enjoy his community, to enjoy flowers and plants and everything that made him happy in a business, but also made him a lot of money. So our CEO and our founders really passed this opportunity now on to each and every one of you and anybody in our franchise family that's looking for a business that really has a strong support system, a proven track record, and an establishment that you can trust to ensure that you have a successful business. As I mentioned, we were founded in 1992, and currently we are the market leader in this franchise category. As Dana mentioned in the initial start of the call, we are the only franchise that exists in the flower tent industry. So no national franchise competitor. We stand alone, and there's quite a bit of uniqueness and differentiators of what we have to offer in a local community. Really what we're very proud of at Flower Tent is the one and only thing that we sell is happiness. Our mission is really to come into your community and offer a product that's unique, offer customer service that's firsthand, and really put smiles on our customers' faces. When we come into your community, we really want to be the trusted source when somebody comes to look for vegetables, hanging baskets, plants, any type of flowers, and they do turn to us because of many unique qualities of what Flower Tent has to offer, which you'll be learning in this presentation and hopefully with working with me personally to dig into more about the business. It is a strong industry, just to click in through this pretty quick, but $26 billion or so spent annually in the flower plant category. And we're happy to be a part of that. Flower Tent's advantage for anybody that's looking for a business opportunity is really that we are a simple business model. And most of the clients that I work with on a daily basis are either corporate executives that are looking for a semi-absentee opportunity where they can maintain their position but yet have supplemental income. And then I have a lot of people that also look at Flower Tent that are transitioning out of corporate America looking to replace a six-figure income, but they really don't want to work all year long. They want to have a quality of life. They want to travel. They want to spend time with their family, and they really don't know how to go about owning a business that won't be full-time and that will still give them a quality of life. So Flower Tent's very unique, and the advantage is that we are a simple business model. We are a lifestyle business opportunity, meaning that we offer a business that's open during the spring season for about 8 to 12-week period of time. The investment for that business that allows you to only have to operate for a couple months out of the year is low. We'll get into that price in just a minute. And we have a very nice return on investment. We offer only the best quality products available in the flower and plant category, utilizing the top greenhouses in the industry, which is truly a huge differentiator for us compared to any of the big box retailers that anybody would go and typically buy a plant or a flower in a local market. We're a lifestyle seasonal business, again, operating a couple weeks out of the year, really giving you the opportunity to enjoy your year in whatever fashion that may be. We are unique in the way that there is no retail business here. There's no build-out, no construction costs. You're not signing a 5 or 10-year lease. We go into ancillary properties. And what that means is we go into shopping centers, parking lots of a shopping plaza, strip plaza, a high school parking lot, a vacant lot, a Walgreens lot, and we have a national real estate company that works with us that helps each one of our franchise partners identify these types of locations. And believe it or not, ancillary properties are becoming huge today. Landlords are looking for more ways to make money. Property management groups are looking for more ways to create income in their centers and also to drive traffic into their centers. Another unique advantage of Flower Tent is we have no employees. I don't know very many businesses that really give an owner the opportunity to have low labor cost right out of the gate. Our tent operators are typically 1099 independent contractors, and then they will bring on 2 part-timers that will help them with running the season and the tents at the time that you may be open in your local market. So again, it's a simple business model, low overhead, no employees, no brick and mortar retail construction to deal with. You're offering a business that's a feel-good, fun business that brings happiness to the community with a quality service and product. You'll have the ability for consistent growth. We have a low investment, impressive ROIs, and it will give you the ability to have that executive semi-absentee model. We go in to territories that will consist of about 75,000 households. That territory or market that you would own will give you the ability to open 6 flower tents. We typically, as I mentioned, go into ancillary locations, but really what we're looking for are centers that have good visibility, high foot traffic. We are known since 1992 to drive 20 to 30% more foot traffic into the locations that we're open in. So again, these management groups and these landlords really, they're coming to us asking us to come in because they know that we're driving the traffic into their centers. But we're going to be doing our job for you and making sure that that location does have high foot traffic, good visibility, and easy access in and out, whether it happens to be a vacant lot or perhaps a shopping plaza or a Target center or a shopping mall. We really want to be where people will go every day with perhaps the needs that they may want, like a grocery store, dry cleaning, etc. Our leases are not typical. We sign a 1-year lease for our flower tent locations, and you as the franchise owner will only pay rent when your tents are open. So again, another huge differentiator. You will not have to pay rent 12 months out of the year. You're going to pay your monthly rent, which is averaging about $3,000 to $3,500 a month, only for the times that your tents are open. You get full support by our flower tent team with assistance with site selection, lease negotiations, identifying the greenhouses in your local market, pricing, and more. The role of our owners and our franchise partners is really pretty simple. They are overseeing their tent operators. Tent operators can be really anyone that you choose to put in that position. It can be retirees. It can be veterans. We love our veterans. Thank goodness for them. We appreciate them. And if anybody on the call today happens to be a veteran, we are proud to extend a discount to you on our franchise fee. We have nurses, paramedics, firefighters, bartenders, college students, lawn workers, stay-at-home executives, moms or dads. Anybody that really wants to be a tent operator can step into that position. And we have tent operators that have been with us for 10, 12, 15, 18 years. So you'd be overseeing your tent operators, overseeing your orders and your inventory, enjoying being a part of your community, a proud moment to say you're an owner of Flower Tent and you bring happiness to your community and your customers, and obviously also handling the payroll and your business books. I'll pass the uniqueness since we just spoke about that, and for the sake of time, we'll get into some of the support. You'll have exceptional support with Flower Tent. Because we have been around since 1992, we do not utilize our franchise partners as guinea pigs. We know what works and we do know what does not work. So you'll have support from the time of working with me today, perhaps after the call today, to do your due diligence on this franchise opportunity. If you become a part of our organization and our family, you have support with site selection, any zoning issues or inquiries, lease negotiations, again, meeting the greenhouses in your market. You'll have head the head corporate office come into your location, identify locations with you personally. You'll have 2 days of corporate training at our office, and that will entail everything that you'll need to know about ordering products, supplies, handling our software, which is Earply, and then there's also ongoing continued support. And I'll pass this because we just spoke about it. Common questions, Dana, just to run through this pretty quickly. We're typically open within 3 to 8 months after signing your agreement. We are open 7 days a week during season from about 9:30 to 6 at night. We do allow cameras in the tent. Security has never been an issue. The tents will zip down and secure up. Bathrooms are allowed on property, but they will be typically a portable bathroom. We do not need electricity, which is fantastic for us. We do need water, and that's usually accessible by your landlord in your lease terms. Our investment is fairly low. We start at $70,000. A territory that's going to have 6 tents will typically have an average range of about $140,000 all in. That is your franchise fee and the fees that you'll need to acquire your 6 tents and get open with your inventory and products. The earning potential at Flower Tent for having a business that's simple to run and operate, open 8 to 10, 12 weeks throughout the year, gives you quality of life, perhaps supplemental income, or maybe you need to own multiple territories to get to your 6-figure income, is quite impressive. So a territory of 75,000 households with 6 tents is typically going to reach about $400,000 to $500,000 in gross sales. And at the end of the 8, 10, 12-week period of time, after paying all of your expenses and paying your tent operator, which, by the way, because they are not an employee, they get paid a commission. They get paid 10% commission on gross sales. Your EBITDA, or your net profit after all expenses paid, including the commission to your tent operator, is typically ranging between $45,000 to $70,000 net profit per spring season. We do have 2 other revenue opportunities should you decide that you'd like to take advantage of them as a flower tent owner, and that is to be open during the fall season. That runs in September or October. And then we have one other revenue stream that some of our franchise owners opt to utilize, and that's the usage of your tents. We also are able to rent our tents out throughout the year. So many of the owners will rent their tents to weddings, birthday parties, carnivals, festivals, pumpkin patches, school events, Christmas tree stands, and that's an exceptional way to also increase your EBITDA, or your net profit on a flower tent business throughout the year. The numbers that you see on the slide today are only based on the spring season. That's what we will give you in our item 19 in our FDD, and we're very transparent with showing you exactly what all of our owners are making throughout the U.S. So I know that that's about close to 15, 18 minutes or so, Dana. A little rushed through everything, but hopefully it's a highlight of what Flower Tent has to offer. And my information is on the screen today. Again, my name is Lori Meyerson, and it would be an absolute pleasure to work with anybody on the call that has an interest in learning more about our opportunity. And thank you again, Dana, as always.
Oh, well, no, thank you, Lori. I don't know about all of you on the phone call here, but it makes me want to go out looking at all those beautiful flowers. I'm ready to go plant my garden right now. So those are gorgeous, and really that was some great information. So as you can all see, there really are some very unique aspects to Flower Tent. And honestly, this concept is perfect for California because California deals with a lot of different business issues because of the tax laws and different other issues regarding businesses here. But at Flower Tent, you're not going to have to deal with all that. So it really is an excellent franchise concept for the state of California. If you would like to move forward first, you can either contact me, and I'll give you my phone number in a minute. You can see Lori's contact information up there, so you're absolutely welcome to contact Lori. And I will, and if you don't talk to Lori, like I said, you can call me, and I'll put you in contact with your franchise consultant in your area. Also, one quick second here, you guys. Sorry about this. One of the things we do at FranNet is we have you take a franchise assessment. And if you haven't done this already, it only takes about 30 to 40 minutes. And when the reason we ask you to do this is it's kind of like a pre-qualifier, and it's a really good way to find out if you're a good fit for a franchise, and it's truly kind of like a first step. What will happen after the call, you will all receive, again, a copy of this presentation, information about FranNet and your consultant, and you will receive a link to the franchise assessment test. Once you are done with that franchise assessment, it will go back to the consultant in your area, and then they will reach out to you and talk to you about that. So, again, thank you, everybody, for joining me and Lori on the call. We really appreciate it. Happy spring to everybody, and we look forward to chatting with you if you're interested in moving further down the road. Thanks so much, everybody, and have a great rest of your Wednesday afternoon. Bye, Lori.
Bye, Dana. Thank you, everybody.